What's going on, Nitro gang? This is a 2002 vintage Smartech Magic Wheel. And today, we are going to be doing the first run of this vintage Nitro. Hopefully, I will be able to yell, "2-speed, baby!" while running rich and loud. Now, I know you're asking yourself, bro, you said this is a Smartech. This is clearly some kind of Traxxas body, right? And yes, it almost has 100% parts compatibility with the Traxxas brand. And this, in fact, is a body from my own Traxxas T-Maxx. Let's do a little chassis overview, fire it up, and then yell 2-speed baby down this giant parking lot. Okay, as I go like this, you tilt. So let's fire it up and yell 2-speed baby down this giant parking lot. Let's do a quick chassis overview. Now, I hope you appreciate the views we have right in front of us. We have the Verrazano Bridge, about a $19 toll if you want to drive over. And of course, a classic site here in New York City, we got a hydrant. Okay, a hydrant. Congratulations. We're safe in case this thing overheats and we need to put the fire out. Let's take the body off, take a look at the chassis. Let's see, the hydrant the perfect holder for the body? Of course it is. Improvisation, that's why you guys watch this channel, I know. So the top-down view, it clearly looks similar to a old school T-Maxx Pro 15, maybe even the 2.5, but it's obviously not. Radio box is different, fuel tank is different, engine is completely different. The pipe, although in this particular model, I have upgraded it to a Traxxas plastic pipe. Unfortunately, the original one seems to have sprung a leak and it was a situation. We do have the classic Chevron style wheels, 4-wheel drive, but these are not the exact tread pattern from the T-Maxx. These are a little bit of a Smartech adaptation. This model does have the Traxxas big bore aluminum shocks, which is a very nice feature. In the front, we are also running a T-Maxx bumper. This one is painted, as you can tell. The original Smartech bumper in the rear end is unpainted, but I kept it on just to show that you can run parts from Traxxas and Smartech in general. We do have ourselves a real 2-speed baby. I did have to do a lot of work on the spur gear. This spur gear is directly from an HPI Savage. I made it fit. It is not exactly the right number of teeth as you would have had originally, so expect this thing to unfortunately be a little bit slower than probably it could have been from the factory. We do have the brake disc mounted here in the front. It's exactly the same as it is on the Traxxas T-Maxx. This chassis, I've already worked on it. Relatively not too bad to work on for a a brand like Smartech, which was a very, very budget brand back in the early 2000s. These models in good condition do sell for a lot of money on eBay. In terms of future upgrade potential, I could already see where I would like to begin, and that is this terrible 90-degree exhaust header. I'm not even sure if this is exactly from this chassis, but it probably is. HPI also had these 90-degree headers during this time period, so nothing terrible even compared to HPI. Although Traxxas, they always had great headers during this time period. We are running a FlySky 2.4 gigahertz radio system and original servos. I hope nothing bad happens. You know, I try to do my best to run as close to original and stock as possible. Let's put some fuel in there, primer up, and then fire it up with this handy pull starter. Easy access pull starter directly on a diagonal, very convenient feature. Now that is a great start, guys. I'm gonna let the idle settle down a little bit. I have it a little Smartech is running. So far, no problems. Seems very quiet too. I like it. Turning radius from the stock servos is incredible. Not much low-end grunt, but that's fine. All right, guys, we're gonna go all the way towards the back of this field. I'm gonna come towards us. Get ready to yell. Yell something. 2-speed, baby! That was the weirdest shift ever. I'm gonna come back towards me. Really weird sounding 2-speed on this. 2-speed, baby! Yeah, this motor doesn't have enough power to really pull it. Oh man, the weirdest shift ever. It needs an adjustment of the shift point. 2-speed, baby! Yeah, it is not in the right shift point there. I think I need to maybe adjust it to be a little later or earlier. I'm not 100% sure yet. But you know, brake-wise, the drivability, it's not much worse than like a Pro 15 T-Maxx, to be honest with you. It does one-wheel wheelies too. Okay, I think we're gonna have to box down. The brakes are great though. Can't kill those brakes. It's really, really rich too. It is richer than Donald Trump. Let's do a bit of a speed run. Don't expect too much. This thing needs a little tuning. Let me go over here slowly. I'm gonna come towards myself. Get ready. Oh yeah, 2-speed hit, but it is not fast at all. Not fast at all. I'm gonna do a little tuning on it. But the 2-speed does actually work. It drives straight too, man. It drives really straight. The tires seem to be holding the speed quite well, in my opinion. Awesome brakes, look at that. Didn't even take my own foot out this time. The 2-speed does work, but it needs a little bit of adjustment over there, guys. I might do it a little bit in this video. That might be a future video, who knows, I'm not sure yet. Let's see, what do we got over here, T-Maxx? You're gonna do this little car park barrier or what? Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Sickening! Sickening, guys! We just had a malfunction. But I'm not too worried. Guys, we broke something. We broke something. Damn! Oh! We broke the drive out, the dip out drive. Oh my god, I am so upset. I am so upset. Look at that. We got a breakage. Damn it. Vintage parts. It's okay, we can get another one. So big deal. Sickening. I couldn't even really yell 2-speed baby that much, man. I wanted to tune it. But the motor is running rich and loud. Well, we got our first major malfunction. There it goes. Broke the damn center out drive on the tram. I think we can fix it with T-Maxx parts though. Man, this motor, I gotta say, you cannot kill this motor. Look at the idle job on this. It's idling this whole time. In fact, this entire video was recorded with like half a tank of fuel. Oh my goodness, I'm a little upset, guys. Our first little breakage only because I wanted to take this damn curb over here. Unbelievable. But the idle cannot be killed. Sickening. We broke it, but guess what? This thing is still idling. You really can't kill it, although I guess it could kill itself. But listen, This is not a murder investigation channel. This is the Nitro Gang channel. Damn it. Look at that. Oh, running rich and loud still. Guys, did this thing like grow a wiener or something? It looks like it grew a wiener. I don't understand. Pretty sickening. It's still running. I'm back. And I want to fix this. You know how I said this is a Traxxas T-Maxx, basically almost 100% clone? Well, I've found the proper parts that fit. Even though this is a 2002 vintage, discontinued, nowhere to be seen in existence Nitro, you could still buy brand new parts. Take a look at these Traxxas differential output yokes. $10 for two. Lucky for me, I already had one right over here, guys. That's right. When you buy a bunch of used Nitros, you wind up having a couple parts ready for your disposal. We're looking at the rear differential output yoke. You could clearly tell it has sheared itself off. The problem is the output yokes normally look like this. They're supposed to have two little ears coming out. That is where the metal piece slides in. That is the functionality. Now ours is quite bad. You guys could see right over there. The pin is still in there. It sheared off quite cleanly. Now there's a high possibility this is just old plastics. It's basically 20 years old. It could be Smartech plastics, meaning it's not as pliable as expected. Let's remove the old one. It's the same Traxxas style cross pin over here. Simple removal. It should slide off and we'll be able to pop on the new one. There we go. When you look at them up close, it's exactly the same, even slotted, identical on the inside as the Traxxas 2.5 model. At least Smartech has very good port support even in 2022. Unfortunately, we cannot even say this for the modern HPI brand. I just need to connect the output yoke to the half shaft. This is a little bit of an annoying thing to do here, but this is a typical repair. If you're a Traxxas owner, this is something you're gonna have to do. Basically, usually just kind of like go like this. Gotta have some pretty good pliers to do this. That was a bit of a battle. Couple battle scars left on these parts, but it doesn't matter. As long as it doesn't pop out, we'll be fine. These parts are so inexpensive. Last step, the last cross pin goes in and our drive line is fully repaired. Piece of cake, guys. Honestly, that was a piece of cake. Just like working on a T-Maxx. That's it. Fully repaired. There's still a lot of testing to determine the top speed left on this particular truck, guys. Now I'm gonna adjust a 2-speed later on. I think it was kicking in a little too early and it wasn't letting the motor get to its higher RPM range. I think that is my diagnosis. All in all, cannot kill a vintage Nitro. Thank you all so much for watching. There will be more. If you like what I do here at this channel, please consider becoming a channel member and help me make more Nitros great again, even faster than I am currently doing it. In the future, there will be another members only Nitro Gang giveaway coming up. Maybe this will be up for the giveaway. But don't worry, I will make it public. And if you're a channel member, you have a very high chance of winning. Until then, see you guys later. We got liftoff. We got liftoff. Oh man, it looks beautiful. If you smell what the Nitro Gang is cooking.
She say she wanna dance, but she don't know how to